welcome to another episode of Diary of a Wannabe Comedian with me, Belle, a wannabe comedian. I'm back home, I'm back in London, and it is really hot and humid and just yuck, really. But I'm here anyway, and I'm already missing my mum and Jeremy. Bless them, they're such cuties. Well, Jeremy's the cutie, my mum's just lovely. So, what can I tell you? What have I done? Well, Mum and I went to see Twisters at the cinema because the Odeon was still doing their £5 special. I don't know how long that's going to go on for, but I'm loving it. I'm here for that. £5 a ticket. Not that I pay for a ticket anyway, because I've got a membership for my Curzon, but that's neither here nor there. It feels like I'm saving money. Feels like I'm getting a bargain. But we went to see Twisters, and both of us enjoyed that film immensely. But one thing I picked up on, there seems to be a trend in Hollywood now. I don't know what it is about Hollywood and their really obscure places in England references, but you may recall, I looked this up actually, it was episode 624, Rise and Shine, and I went to see A Quiet Place, the prequel to whatever it was, I can't remember now. But anyway, I went to see that film. And I talked about the fact that there was a character who made a big thing about being from Kent in England, which was just so random, completely random. This film, Twisters, there's a guy, Ben the journalist, who's English. I mean, I could go on a little bit here about how the English is always the bumbling idiot, but we'll skip over that one for now. But Ben the journalist was from South London, and then he said between Streatham Hill and West Norwood. I mean, this is a Hollywood movie, and you've got Ben the journalist talking about being from between Streatham Hill and West Norwood. I just thought that was fascinating. There's something weird going on in Hollywood that they keep mentioning these places. So anyway, I enjoyed it just for that point alone. The only other thing that I forgot to mention on Monday was I have got Ricky Gervais tickets, yeah. And not only that, Mum has got Ricky Gervais tickets, yeah. So I'm getting to see Ricky twice soon. Not next week, week after, I think. I'm getting to see him twice because I'm going to go with my mum because unfortunately they're very, very strict. You can't transfer tickets. And so the person that buys them has to go because you have to show ID. And that's fine. You know, Mum really likes Ricky now as well. So we're both going to go and see him. And then I'm going to go the next day with another friend of mine who I've not seen for ages. Pretty sure he's been on the podcast. In fact, I know he's been on the podcast, but I've not seen him since he was on the podcast. But we can talk about that in the future. But in celebration of the fact that we both got Ricky tickets, which I was surprised about because I didn't know he was still doing his work in progress, but I'm glad he is. But in celebration, Mum and I watched Afterlife again. Now, I'm still going to maintain Derek is my favourite of sitcoms that Ricky's done. So Derek is still my favourite, but I watched Afterlife with a whole new appreciation. I don't know what it was, but I realised some of it is just Ricky expressing his opinions, and I think his opinions are good. You know, I think he's right. For example, there's an old lady who ends up being conned out of some money, and you know, he makes a reference that the lady shouldn't feel guilty because she got conned. You know, it's just, I mean, obviously he makes it amusing, but you have to watch it. But he does make it funny, but ultimately there's a valid point there. We have a lot of victim shaming, really, don't we? Real victims, that is, not Harry and Meghan, proper victims. We have a lot of victim shaming. So anyway, I enjoyed Afterlife. That's what I'm saying. I really did. And there are some real laugh out loud bits in it. It's so clever. I mean, some of it is just bad language for bad language's sake. But hey, you know, I'll let Ricky get away with that. Much love and gratitude.